I am Pastor Dongo. We are at God Cares High School right now. We thank God for what He's doing in the lives of these young children. We have children who have gone through very difficult experience, but we thank God has healed their hearts. They are happy, they have hope, and they have bright future because they believe that through education they'll be able to advance economically, and also by knowing God and having personal relationship with God, they have a wonderful, wonderful future. The condition of the school is not good, but still children are very happy to come and study. We look forward for what the Lord is having for us in future.
All right, let me say this. Number one, Pastor Dongo is being way too serious. He's not this serious. He's more funny than he's letting on camera. Trying to be careful. The conditions here are awful. Let's just be honest. We're in the basement of this church. 8-foot ceiling, 8-foot walls made out of plywood, gaps at the top, 200 plus kids. I spent some time at lunch today talking to these kids, and I mean, we got kids who want to be doctors, we got kids who want to be teachers. One guy told me he wanted to be an accountant. Dongo and his family have taken not only kids from this community, but kids from out in the bush. I mean, kids that have what, really nothing.
Yes,
I mean, below nothing.
Nothing.
And brought them in. Brings them here, boards them, feeds them, and then giving them education, so giving them hope. And so the new building that we're believing the Lord for is going to have, it'll house 1,000 kids.
Yes, sir.
So we have an opportunity over the next 10 years to really change the destiny of a significant portion of the young generation here in Uganda.
That is true.
Is that true?
That is true.
Because you were telling me this morning that the greatest need in Uganda is education.
It's education. We believe that through education, children any country can advance economically. And without education, no one can advance economically in anywhere in the world.
And so what's happening is the local church becomes the hope of the world in Kampala, Uganda, because we bring kids out of these situations of hopelessness, and through the power of Christ, these kids not only get educated and get back out in their communities, but they come to know Jesus. And so, man, talking about a great investment. I think it's going to be a tremendous investment.
Yeah, they are not only going to be doctors, but they will be used by God, to advance the kingdom of God. We have great hope in them that in the future they will follow the gospel. They will be pastors. There will be so many things. I'm so excited for what they will be in the future.
Me too. I'm excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you too.
This is Sarah. Say hi, Sarah. Say hi. We think her name is Sarah. We're not really sure. This is what the people here in this slum in Kampala tell us about her. One of the things we heard Pastor Dongo just did some interpreting for us is this slum is filled with children like Sarah who nobody really knows who she belongs to. There's literally dozens upon dozens of kids and families that don't have anything at all. They have no food. Some of them have flown away from the war in the northern part of the country. Others have just been out of work and been kicked out of their homes. And if you look behind me, you can see that there's just hundreds of people in these buildings. They're walking down the road to get water. And when I think the hardest part was when Dongo asked, what's your hope for your kids? And they said, really, we don't have any hope. We're just trusting God. One of the great things about this school that Dongo is building here is 1,000 kids, many of them just like this kid, who will come in and have medical treatment, to get meals to eat, be educated, have some kind of hope for the future. She's got worms, she's got disease. You can look in her eyes and see that she's not getting enough to eat. when these families come together to eat, these kids that don't belong to these families, they have to just shut them out of the house because they don't have enough food for their own families. And so when we talk about building a school in Uganda, investing in the nation of Uganda, we're not just talking about some abstract people on the other side of the ocean. We're talking about kids like Sarah. We're talking about kids like this who have no hope unless those of us who have a lot sacrifice so that they might be blessed. The sad thing is, there's nothing we can do for her today. We're going to get back in that car and she's going to go live back up there. But there's hope. There's real hope for hundreds of kids like her that one day kids like Sarah could grow up and have a life. So imagine that little girl, Sarah, from that slum on the east side of Kampala. Imagine her moving over the next couple of years to this place. I'm standing here on the second floor of the new school, the new God Care School, the high school, where there's going to be over 1,000 kids that are going to live. They're going to be educated. They're going to get 3 meals a day. They're going to have medical care, and it'll change the destiny, the future of over 1,000 kids. This will go 5 stories up. If you look around, you see just a beautiful, beautiful, serene kind of mountain setting. Just saying to one of the guys, I really feel like I'm out in the middle of nowhere here. The noise is gone, the smog is gone. It's a place we can bring kids out of the city, kids that have nothing. We can really begin to build future into them. What a beautiful, beautiful place. I never would have dreamed when Dongo first began to talk to me about his dream for this school, what kind of place this could be. But as you sit here, you can feel it. You can feel what God's ready to do in this area with kids like Sarah and thousands of others that can be blessed in the name and the ministry of Christ.